Hello students, today we will start a new chapter of standard 10th NCERT book. The chapter number 2 is polynomial. As you have learnt in standard 9th also about polynomial, a polynomial in one variable x is an px equal to an x power n plus an minus 1 x power n minus 1, an minus 2 x power n minus 2 plus and so on a2 x square plus a1 x plus a0. Here a1, a2, a3, a4, a5 and so on an are the coefficients. These are the constants and are coefficients of different terms of the polynomial. And power n is a positive integer. N should not be a negative number and should not be a fraction. It should be always a positive integer. So up till this you also know in the standard 9th. The highest exponent in polynomial is known as degree of the polynomial. So here n is the highest power of a term. So n is the degree of polynomial px. Now we will see the types of polynomial which you have already know about this. The first type is linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 1 is called as a linear polynomial. Means here the highest power of any term will be 1. So standard form of linear polynomial is ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Here the variable x have the power of 1 only. So it is a linear polynomial. Second type is quadratic polynomial. Means a polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. So its standard form is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Means the coefficient of highest exponent should not be 0. It should be any number greater than 0. So it is the quadratic polynomial. The third type is cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Its standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Similarly, biquadratic polynomial means a polynomial of degree 4 is called a biquadratic polynomial. Its standard form is ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e, where a, b, c, d, e are the constants. So it is a biquadratic polynomial. Now what is value of a polynomial? If px is a polynomial and k is any real number, then the value obtained by putting x equal to k in the polynomial px, the value of polynomial px at x equal to k, and it is denoted by pk. Then the next topic is zero of polynomial. A real number k is said to be the zero of a polynomial px if pk equal to 0. Means the value of x for which the value of polynomial is 0 is known as zeros of a polynomial. Now we will see the geometrical meaning of the zeros of polynomial. So here for linear polynomial px equal to ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0. Here the graph of y equal to ax plus b is a straight line. That's why it is called a linear polynomial. Here if y equal to 0, then x equal to minus b upon a. So this graph intersects the x-axis at exactly one point, which is minus b by a, comma 0. Means this point is shown here in the graph. Here the linear graph y equal to ax plus b intersect the x-axis, and therefore a linear polynomial has exactly 1 0, which is the x coordinate of the intersecting point on x-axis. For quadratic polynomial px equal to ax square plus bx plus c, the graph of y equal to ax square plus bx plus c has one of the two shapes of parabola. For a greater than 0, the shape is open upward parabola. And for a less than 0, the shape is open downward parabola. So here, for a quadratic polynomial, there are three types of cases. In case 1, the graph intersects the x-axis at two distinct points, A and A dash. See here, in open downward and open upward. This graph intersects the x-axis at 2 points A dash, here also A and A dash. It is for A less than 0, it is for A greater than 0. So the x coordinate of A and A dash are the two distinct zeros of the quadratic polynomial. In second case, the graph intersects the x-axis at only one point A. Here, for A less than 0, the graph is shown here, it touches the x-axis at point A. Here in second graph, A greater than 0, the graph touches the x-axis at point A. So here, the x coordinate of A is the only zero of the quadratic polynomial. Means here, two zeros are equal. Now in case 3, the graph is completely either above the x-axis or below the x-axis. So here, see the graph, it is for A less than 0, it does not touch the x-axis. Here, for A greater than 0, it does not touch the x-axis also. So here, the graph does not intersect the x-axis, so the polynomial has no zero. Hence, in case of polynomial, there are three types of cases. So in case of quadratic polynomial, it has two distinct zeros, or it can have two similar zeros, two equal zeros, or it may have no zero. So in general, a polynomial px of degree n, the graph of y equal to px intersect the x-axis at n distinct point. So a polynomial of degree n has n zeros. Now we will see the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. So in first part, for linear polynomial means px equal to ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0. Here, if alpha is a zero of px, then p of alpha is equal to a into alpha plus b. Here you have to substitute alpha in place of x. So it will give a into alpha plus b. So for 0, it will be equal to 0. Hence alpha equal to minus b upon a. That means minus constant term upon coefficient of x. In case of quadratic polynomial px equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. If alpha and beta are two zeros of px, then px will be equal to x minus alpha into x minus beta. That is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta. And it is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. On comparing, you will get alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a. That is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. It is the sum of zeros. Now, the product of zeros, that means alpha into beta, is equal to c upon a. That is equal to constant term upon coefficient of x square. Now for cubic polynomial, px equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0. Here, if alpha, beta and gamma are three zeros of polynomial, then the sum of zeros equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to minus b upon a, means minus coefficient of x square divided by coefficient of x cube. And the sum of product of zeros taken two at a time, means alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to c upon a, which is the coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. Now the product of all zeros means alpha, beta, gamma, alpha into beta into gamma, that is equal to minus d upon a, which is equal to minus constant term divided by coefficient of x cube. So it is the relation between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. Now we will see the division algorithm which you have learnt in earlier classes also. If a polynomial px is divided by a polynomial gx which is not equal to 0, then there are coefficients qx and remainder rx such that px equal to gx into qx plus rx, means dividend polynomial equal to divisor polynomial into quotient polynomial plus remainder polynomial, where the degree of remainder polynomial is less than the degree of divisor polynomial gx. So now we have completed the introduction of chapter number 2, and in the next video we will solve the exercise 2.1.